would say probably spiders.
Oh, okay. So you come to the gates, the black gates, and they're formed out of rainbows. There's a rainbow covered in butterflies,
This is much better.
and the actual doors are still made out of like black star stuff. And when the doors open, like 100 spiders start skittering out, but all of them have name tags, and one of them says like ironically spiders, and another one just says like death, and another one just says like fear of losing my weapon. No, it just says losing weapon. Right. It's all of your fears, and all of the spiders have name tags of like things you're afraid of, and they just hang out, and then death kind of forms out of the spiders as they like hop on top of each other, and he just coalesces out of the spiders. And he's the traditional cloak death with the scythe, bony fingers, and he's just like, so you guys are coming pretty quick nowadays, huh?
Yeah, yeah, we are taking a bit of a beating.
I understand. Well, let's play the game of chance then. So you roll 2d6. If you get a 7 or better, he has to offer you a deal. I think if you get a 10 or better, you just come back to life.
Yeah. Rocket, come on.
So he wraps his arm around you. He's like, just come with me, lad. It'll all be better on the other side. And as you're walking forward, you see visions. And it's Dirk in a bar with an ale, and he's sipping at it. And he says something like, guys, you remember that guy? What was his name? Oh, what a good fellow. He died for us, didn't he? And then the gates close behind you, and everything starts going dark.
Like, what was the name? Carl? Carlo? Yeah, Carlo.
Coral.
Something like that.
All right. We cut back to Aaron and Dirk as just gets stepped on. Arlo, and you can hear it as his stomach actually comes out of his mouth from the force of the blow. He's like, whoa!
Oh, God.
His insides have become his outsides.
Well, I don't think there's really much I can do with that.
I can make it better. I just put it all back inside. So you can technically still bring
Just
people
push it
back,
back in.
as long as you find a caster. You just go to like a town and hire somebody to do a ritual.
So now I'm just like, well, congratulations. You've slain your worthy opponent then, haven't you?
He's like, yeah, he was pretty hardcore. If he hadn't died, I was actually going to call the fight. I'm pretty beat up. Strong wind would take me out. You guys don't mind if I sit down, do you? He just kind of slumps in a chair. You can see he's
Go
just
right
like
ahead.
losing streams of blood. Does anybody have a healing potion?
Like, I think my friend has one downstairs. I'll go get it. And
Okay.
I go downstairs.
All right. I'll be right here if you need me.
Yeah. So I go downstairs and like
Rich is on. Or I'm sorry, not Rich. Fuck. Aaron's on the stairs.
okay.
He's looking
Kind of
all
looking
nice and
maniacal.
So when you look at him, you actually can see his heart beating through his chest. Like you vampire vision, see it beating. Just like
Yeah, I like walk up and I'm looking right at your chest.
I was like, buddy, okay? You look pretty messed up. Here, I'll try and heal him. Finally!
A real heal. Perfect spell, cast perfectly. 2, getting me up to 3 hit points. Okay, awesome.
Crap.
So yeah, like some of the blood stops flowing out of my face and chest, and I'm like, that's a little better.
It's like,
All right.
sorry, I thought I could do better, but I'm kind of messed up myself.
Yeah, we're in pretty bad shape. We lost Arlo.
Yeah, I saw that. That was kind of disgusting.
I can bring your friend back if you want. You just
And I'm like,
hear a voice
hello?
out of nowhere.
I'm like, oh, I was pretending to ignore it. Now you answered. All right.
I knew
that
that
you,
you
Gob?
could hear me, you son of a bitch. Je moi, привет, yeah. What the yucks?
Yeah, I like go over to the body, and I like God, I mean the like guts are probably like attached to him
Yeah, his
coming
stomach
out.
is still attached to all of his insides.
Yeah, I mean
It's
I just
just
pick up the
in his
body and
mouth.
it's just dragging from like
Yeah.
I have him and it's just kind of like I pick him up and I'm
I will need
Spleen
price, of
pops
course,
out.
for bringing him back.
like I can pay whatever I'm capable of doing,
22 coins.
but I don't have any coin on
But you're
me.
gonna have to go pick up those 10 coins that you threw earlier.
He's like
10 coins. We have 10 coins.
the ogre's like, those are my coins. You'll have to fight me for them.
So he's like, you defeated my ogre. That must mean you're exceptionally strong. And you are able to take out my spellcaster, which means you must be very smart. I could use men like you in my line of work. It is inconceivable that I am in the situation I am now. I understand you too have situation where you are. So we see him down in his den, where he's like tapping his forehead, but you guys don't see that, just the audience. And he's like, your spirit is connected to Dragon. Now Dragon tried to control you. I can break that too for bigger price.
I'm like, look, the first thing we need to do is get my friend breathing again and get
Yeah,
these
so you're
goats
like
back
dragging him
inside
down
him.
the staircase, and it goes from being like a square staircase to becoming like a spiral staircase, and then the walls just disappear at some point, and there's like an eternal staircase going down. It's like, well, let us negotiate now. What it is you want to bring friend back alive.
Wait, what he wants? Is that what he said?
Yes, you tell me what you offer for friend life.
The heart of.
Yeah, I'm like the heart of my buddy here.
How about the heart of a worthy opponent?
He laughs. He's like, well, if
I
you
didn't
find
actually
someone
say
who is worthy of fighting me, yes, you can bring me heart.
Well, we very much wouldn't be able to do that without our friend being alive now, would we?
That is, as they say, catch-22.
I am going to try to think about all the wizards that I've known and what they've wanted.
Okay.
As a wisdom roll.
Hmm, 7. Wait, that would be an intelligence roll, buddy.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's
Yeah.
the same thing.
Same thing? Okay. Yeah, you know that there's a lot of wizards who would sell their left foot for a meteor blade. Just anything made out of meteor.
I'm like, first I turn to Aaron. I'm like, you know, if he wasn't dead right now, I wouldn't say this. And I like reach into his like belt and like pull out the meteor sword. I'm like, this blade is made from a meteor crashed down upon a dragon and forged into the mightiest blade I've ever seen. This be worth many lives to many people, and this is but one life I ask in return for the blade.
It's like, okay, I bring your friend back for a blade. And so the staircase you were going down, you suddenly just... It looks like you're still going down, but it's an illusion. You just hit the bottom, and the lights come up, and it's a lich sitting in a chair in the middle of the room, and he's like, alright, give me blade. Give me here, let me look at it.
Yeah, I like hand it across to him.
He
Over
starts
the dead
looking it
body.
over, and then he like puts it in his mouth. He's like, oh, it tastes like magic. It's good, yes?
I'm like, it looks delicious.
I'm sure it does look better.
I'll
Tastes
tell you
better
what,
than it
your
looks.
friend probably will want the blade back, huh?
More
Well,
than likely. There's a distinct
I
possibility.
can loan him blade back. You know, it might cost him something, but I'm sure he's willing to pay.
wizards always work like this. This is normal. All right. Well, you have the blade. I think technically he's dead right now, so it's not even his. But I'm sure as soon as he's back, different story. I like hoist up the limp dead body.
Alright, so he's like, no, just leave it on the floor.
Just unceremoniously just drop it.
Yeah, so he takes the sword and spikes Harlow through the heart. And Harlow, you wake up and you're like, Gah! And you've got a sword through your heart, but somehow your heart is still beating right now.
Like,
And I just have like
"Ooh,
these
that
shadow
looks
memories
like
of
it
spiders everywhere,
hurts."
Oh yeah, it's all
like
sorts
trying
of
to shake
spiders.
them off me.
But you also have the memory of Dirk talking about some guy named Coral or something.
Coral.
So you actually have a new move here, Harlow. It's called Heart of Ice. You can sheathe your blade in ice. It's a 2d6 plus charisma. On a 10 plus, it happens. On a 7 to 9, the immediate area surrounding you is also frozen over and difficult to walk on.
Sweet.
Interesting.
So I mean, once I've realized that I'm not wherever I was, I try to pull the sword out of my heart.
Yeah, it comes out smoothly. No blood comes out of the wound.
And I asked, "What do you guys? What happened?"
I'm like, we got past the ogre, but well, you didn't. I like motion up.
Almost
like-
did. Almost. It was close.
You
Like,
belong
he's-
to me now, little one. The sword you hold is mine, and on your death it will return to my hand. You will be my herald, herald of Kamchatka.
I like
Spread
shrug.
my ice everywhere.
Like, look, it's better than being dead, right? I mean, I hope. I mean,
Everywhere you sleep, you spread ice in 1 mile radius.
wow. I'm like, I'll need to get a coat.
I stand up from my bloody mess that I was.
Actually, you're fully healed.
And
Yeah, like you stand up and your bones are like mending back together, and you're like, oh, I feel great,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh yeah, let's take him on.
and maybe
then.
like frost is coming out of my mouth.
Let's die a couple more times, guys.
It's going well so far. And I don't even know.
Okay, now we need to talk about deal with dragon. I mean, you could try to kill me, but then I kill you, and then maybe I have to bind your souls to ice. It could be a bad deal.
Now you said the dragon was trying to control me.
Well,
No,
yeah,
what's that
you
all
cannot
about?
leave area. If more than 24 hours pass after you try to kill me, you get sucked back to dragon. It's very sad.
I can see you're all broken up about this.
Oh yeah, it's very broken. So remember, he's a lich, so he's just basically like a skeleton that's got his soul bound to his magic. So he's just living out of his own skeleton. He ripped his flesh off at some point. And he's like, yes, very sad. I am crying tears. You cannot see them because they are invisible.
I believe ya.
It's okay, just let it go.
I will rise like break of dawn.
All right. Well, if we don't kill you, we get sucked back to the dragon, and they kill us.
I can break curse for you. What do you offer me?
I'm like going through my backpack. There's like bread and like cheese, I have like some water.
No.
I'm like,
Your material possessions mean nothing to me. Your bread and meat and cheese give me no sustenance. I offer you a deal. He is Herald of Ice. I want you two to become heralds as well. You become Herald of Kamchatka. All three of you. You carry out my evil plan for me, and I will save your lives. All I ask of you is a small task. You must find and kill every great dragon you encounter.
No small task.
No, he's fine.
Nothing
He's
at all.
fine. No, every dragon you kill brings number of societies down farther. Eventually, all society will collapse. We'll be fine.
And why would you want this?
He's like, I am undead. I am lord of undead. More dead people is good for me. More dead dragons is great for me. More living people, not so good for me. They tried to come into my tower and kill me. No. Kill dragons is good.
my intelligence is 12, but it feels like an 8 right now, so I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Come on, haven't you ever asked yourself if you wanted to destroy all of society and be responsible for collapse of all mortal races?
Wait, who was he talking
Honestly,
All of you.
honestly,
No.
no,
I think it
not
looks
even
like
a
he's
little
talking
bit.
to you guys, but he's actually looking in a mirror.
to? I'm like just I like have my head down a little bit. Of course, I'm still like slumped over and broken. But yeah, my good alignment of endangering myself to combat an unnatural threat is like almost forcing my hand in attack, but I know that I'd endanger my friends, and I don't think that they want the fight. So if you guys look over at me, I'm like struggling with myself and like shaking, and maybe you think it's because I can't stand, but I look troubled and my brow is furrowed.
but
My
if
cat
you
is probably looking at me
destroy-
all worried.
If you destroy all of society, then who will be left to rule over?
All of the dead people. We take
Yeah,
them
but-
all to another plane. Probably plane of death. It is fine. Did you know that there
see
are
that
planes
there's a
where
lot of
ground still exists? It's crazy.
Now that would be something to see.
He's like, oh yeah, well he's just like snaps his fingers and like there's like pans all around the room. They all go into like blue flame, and the mirror like shatters, and there's just like a passageway that opens behind the mirror to a giant plateau. It's like an endless plateau in every direction. You can see there's an edge to it, but you get the feeling the closer you get to the edge, the farther away the edge becomes. He's like, Plane of Earth, this cool place. I hang out there with Bud sometime.
Huh. Interesting.
I tell you what, you kill all dragons, I let you and your families go into Plane of Earth. You live there forever. Your skin probably gets very dry, but it's fine.
God, well, that actually sounds like a pretty good deal. But
Yeah.
I'm still thinking that this is a threat to all life
I want to know what's
everywhere.
up with... Yeah, I want to know what's up with Harlow, though.
Like, for me, after just coming back from the dead and receiving this, like, enormous power and my sword back,
You know, there is a philosopher who rides upon the dragon of the west. He stands upon its head and shouts his commandments to his people. His name is Kanye. And one is that he said is that no one man should have all this power. Kanye of the West. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I really like to make Kanye West jokes.
And he would know. Just ask him.
but I feel like I don't even know. I feel like if we, for my character, to be on that road of like defeating worthy opponents, even if I were to like agree with him now, it'd be sucked back to where we started, and that's a good start. and I'd be like somewhat safe for now. So for me, I'm leaning towards joining him.
Aaron, how are you feeling? And remember, you don't know that Dirk is secretly trying to kill you.
Well, I feel like, and I actually say I am a follower of Dagda. My precepts, my reason for being is healing and life and helping to enrich life and make it prosper. How could I possibly ever go along with this? It's completely anathema to everything I believe in.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it's just not right. It's just not right. And I can't hold back any longer. I launch myself.
I think there's a
and my-
Kanye West lyric around that same line.
Me and Bobcat go in. I go in with my spear. The plan is that I stab with the spear, and then Runner runs down the spear.
Ah, of course, yeah.
Yeah,
That's reasonable.
sure.
It sounds more likely that you stab with the spear and then
Look,
Runner
I'm gonna
runs-
die, Arthur. Let me do it.
It runs up your back and then leaps off of you. I'm just saying, running down a stabbing spear is not that easy. But sure, you know what? This is
Yeah.
a magical land where you can be brought back to life after your fear of spiders. So,
Okay, so
ironically, spiders.
I hack and slash him with my spear. Five.
I think it's time
No.
to just unmake
Snake
you
eyes.
from existence at some point. Yeah. Oh man, I don't want to Bill be Aaron. Like that was my first thought. Was maybe I should just kill Aaron.
I can make my death roll, man. I ain't afraid of 2d6.
Oh no. I got it. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, your cat starts running down the spear, right? And he just reaches out and grabs your cat by the skull. And then all you can see is the cat's skeleton, and then that goes into dust and just gets blown away. As he fingers of death your cat.
Okay, yeah, that just sends me into like
A
a
berserk
rage scream and yeah, berserker. Yeah, it's I think it's fight to the death time for me.
So he's actually just sitting there yawning, even though he doesn't actually breathe. He's just like,
He's just pantomiming the yawn.
Oi, je moi, pravde.
Ah, man, I am scared to roll dice right now.
I've been rolling like garbage.
All right, I'm never using 3D dice again. I'm turning off the 3D dice right now.
Oh god.
I'm never using them again.
Yeah, so I think that, you're breathing oxygen and then he just kind of snaps his fingers and your lungs turn into flames. Your lungs just shift state from, being made out of cells.
Okay, so my like primal berserker screams turn into just like harsh, high-pitched, flaming squeals of fire.
Yep. Can you
Pain.
roll a d10? This damage ignores armor.
I bet. Yeah, I'm assuming that the armor would the cow leather is not very. What was it? D10.
D10.
Let's put a D in front of that so it works. Oh, that'll take me out. Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, you show up in front
Back
of
to the
death
gates.
again. He comes out riding a motorcycle this time. The motorcycle is made out of skulls.
Yeah, I'm like
He's like,
panicked.
"You've got an outstanding debt with me, boy."
I'm like, I know, the heart of my, best friend ever.
And so
Shut fire.
behind you in the beyond the gates of death, you notice that there's like dragons, and you know the names of these dragons. Like one's named Spring, and one is named Winter, and one's named Fall and Summer, and they seem to be like doing a dance together. Like it's like Hungry Hippos, where they like all like reach their necks out toward each other, and you can see like a world forming between them.
Okay, yeah, I try to like do the thing that I did before to get
Yeah.
out of there, and I don't do that thing.
You roll 4?
Correctly. Yeah.
So he wraps his arm around you. He's like, well, time for you to come with me. And he starts playing air guitar, but you actually hear a guitar play
Nice.
as he ushers you in front of him, and he's playing like dun dun.
It's like
dun,
the
dun,
actual-
dun, 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 dun. And so for the rest of you, you just see Dirk Beverly just disappear into dust.
I don't think I've ever rolled that bad in my life.
And yeah, Kamchatka is just like, we really need to do this. He's dead again. I can bring him back if you want, if you stop, you know, attacking me. I am just trying to do it. It's not that easy to find people to help you destroy the world. Just help me out here, guys.
Well, I can obviously see that fighting you is an exercise in futility, but
Well, I mean, there is small chance you could defeat me, but what I have seen from this day, no, not probable. I'd say 1 in 32,000.
I look down
I like
for a
those
moment.
odds.
I was hoping so it would just be like, never tell me the odds,
Never.
and then shoot him in the face.
I look down for a moment, very serious, and I look back up and say, "You just killed my best friend in the world. How could I ever join you?"
I can bring him back. I literally just did it to that guy. Arlo waves.
Whoa, over here.
He'll be in even better condition than before he died.
Then do it.
Yeah, let's just grind this guy for
Yeah,
some hit
so he
points and
like
then
snaps
fight
his
him, right?
fingers and a contract appears before you, and it's like you, the undersigned, agreed to be a herald to Kamchatka and destroy the world in his, you know, in his absence.
First, bring him back. Once I know he will be fine, then I will sign.
All right. So yeah, you start reforming Dirk, and unfortunately, the first thing that reforms for you is your nervous system, which is in intense and incredible pain over the next 30 seconds as your body restitches itself back together. So what happens is your nerves just like appear in the air above him, and then like your skeleton grows in place, and then your muscles and your flesh and then organs. And so like when your mouth and lungs finally form, you're just screaming the whole time. And then your clothes and your armor and your gear reforms, and he just throws you back down on the floor. He's like, there, sign piece of paper now.
Is it just for Aaron to sign?
Yes, it's for Aaron to sign. He's like, join me, and together we can bring end to destructive conflict between dragons by killing them.
I want to read the contract.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and discern realities on the contract.
Let's see, what is that based off of?
Wisdom.
Scroll up
Good
to the
for
top.
you. Man, this campaign got dark. You get one question. I liked it better when it was just dragons, right? I mean, things were easier when it was dragons fighting dragons.
That was fun watching the dragons fight.
Do I only get to pick from these questions?
Yes.
Damn. Because that was going to be great.
You were going to ask
how
me
do
what
I
have I
get
got
out
in
of
my
the
pockets
contract?
is.
I know
Who's really in control
I know a
here?
good choice for right now. I mean, it's hard to choose one usually, but
What here is not what it appears to be.
So you see some flickering coming from his form, and with your semi-shattered connection to Dagda, you can like reach out. So